Hello, YouTube. This is the Galley La Podcast. This week we are going to be reviewing Chainsaw Man, the Chainsaw Man anime, episodes 7, 8, and 9. This is Akainu Fanboy, and we have Geboss, and we have our special guest, YoitsOnzo. And so please like and subscribe if you haven't. So, starting off with episode 7, I thought it was a really interesting one, just seeing the defeated the infinite demon towards the end too and everything. I thought that was really interesting. Well, at the beginning of the episode, obviously, and then we got to see the connection more with Himeno and Aki. Yeah, so I thought that it was a really interesting episode for the first half.
Yeah, no, episode 7 is probably like one of my favorites of this season. It's probably gonna be one of my favorites. One, just that whole bar scene is awesome. I love like getting to know everyone. That's just an awesome episode because you're kind of thrown in and you don't really know these people, and you learn a lot about them in this episode. So that's what I like.
Yeah, before they get brutally killed, but that's later. But yeah, I like the fight with the Infinity Devil. I was kind of, I don't know, even when reading the manga, I feel like it was a tad too convenient that that's how they ended up killing it. Just make it hurt until it exposes its weakness. But
yeah, you think like an Infinity Demon would be like kind of one of the last ones in the series in terms of power. You know, just its infinity and stuff, but I guess in another way, it doesn't seem that scary either, you know?
Yeah, it's more of like a metaphysical concept more than like a sea cucumber or a leech or a bat. Like those are tangible things that we can see in the world that could affect us rather than just this concept. But then this lays the groundwork for future devils that may or may not appear in the series in terms of their powers.
Yeah, no, definitely. And what do you think of the characterization of Aki and Himeno in this episode?
Oh, I like it.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Himeno. I think that she's one of my favorite characters from this whole anime, even though she her screen time is relatively short in the grand scheme of everything.
Yeah, I
think so too. She's a really good character.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, I was genuinely shocked that they killed her also suddenly. Like, just me coming into it fresh. She seemed like she was going to be this essential main character, you know, just I thought her personality worked well, and obviously, and I think the love interest with Aki too. So I was definitely pretty shocked with her death later on, but I did enjoy her characterization though in that first half and everything, in regard to Aki and all that, and it also like develops pretty well with the party scene later half into the episode. Which was there's a lot going on there, obviously, you know. So
yeah,
I squealed like a little girl when the puke scene happened.
I think everyone did. That's like probably the craziest first kiss anyone's gotten.
It's iconic to the series though.
Yeah. So this is like one of my favorite episodes because one, you get to meet everyone. Like this bar scene though, that puke scene is, I thought that's like top tier moment in a lot of manga. Like that when I read that, I was like, oh my gosh. And then like it animated, that was cool. But they censored the puke, that was hilarious.
Yeah, in the manga it's not censored, so I'm glad that they did.
And I just really enjoy it because like a lot of my favorite parts in animes are when they're kind of just messing around. Like I love Straw Hat moments when they're just like Luffy, Chopper, and Usopp are playing and you get to see like everyone just doing their own thing. Sanji's making the girls food and Zoro's sleeping. Like that's like my favorite part of some animes is when you just kind of start connecting with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode, just seeing him, not a lot of fighting and just a lot of character building, that's what I really like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's a great... It relaxes your guard a little bit going into the next episode, you know, where it's kind of like this wholesome... Well, not really wholesome, but, you know, but more chill scene, you know?
Yeah.
And then before you kind of get to the bloodbath later on in episode 8.
Yeah. And then we get the questionable scene of Himeno attempting to sleep with Denji, even though he's like 16.
Yikes.
She is the... Are they considered like policemen or whatever? Or
government officials.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's blacked out drunk.
Yeah.
She regretted it in the morning.
Yeah. It's good. But yeah.
It was interesting character development to see him have that self-control though.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it shows more growth for his character, because with like power, it was he switched immediately from like Makima to power once he knew like he could get he could grope power. And then this, he's like being loyal to Makima.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you could say it's a good thing or bad thing, but just from my perspective, I don't know about Makima's character in its entirety, but I don't know if you want to be loyal to Makima. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's just my skepticism is growing each episode with her.
You don't completely trust her?
I don't trust government officials, one. I don't trust... Secondly, I don't trust government officials with insane, over-the-top powers like that. And then 3, basically, a strong suggestion that she knew that a lot of her people were going to die. And she was kind of willing to allow it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know. But the second half, episode 8, it was just really well done and just super slow. And I think I like how the series gets you so focused when it comes to the demons, right? Like those are the enemies, but then you see them get taken down with something simple as guns, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I like that. I like that aspect.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing with guns is that because of the gun devil, like firearms are only limited to the government.
Yeah.
So that's why they aren't necessarily prepared for an attack like that.
Yeah, they're caught completely off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I guess when they first get ambushed, Denji and Aki, you kind of get an initial expectation like, oh, you know, it's okay, like, you know, they have a strong team there, right? And someone's gonna come in to help them out. And here comes like I don't know the name of the white wolf devil off the top of my name, but
the fox devil, yeah.
Yeah, the fox devil, and this should just easily take care of it like the last one, right? And then it turns out it's not a devil, right?
Yeah.
So kind of like all this trust you have in their power initially, from the last 2 battles we saw the teams in, it just kind of gets obliterated in this episode.
What did you think about Katana Man versus Aki?
It was really good. And I think like one of my favorite parts is how Aki used his sword, like special ability, and it didn't end the fight. Like,
yeah.
You know, that's kind of, you get some Saboti some Saboti One Piece vibes right there. Where you do your ult, and you're still screwed, you know?
Yeah, it showed how desperate he was, even in like, this is the 8th episode. Like, this is probably his first battle, I think, or like second. And he had to use his sword.
Yeah,
like,
this is like the first time we've seen Aki like go all out.
Yeah, your first fight and you have to use your ult, that's pretty crazy. And
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So he shortened his lifespan for what?
Yeah. I actually, this is just a nitpick for me, but I think that I liked it slightly better in the manga. I think it had a little bit better flow to the sword strikes and everything, or the nail. Because you could tell that more clearly in the manga that it's the actual like cursed demon flicking the sword into the katana man.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't know. I thought it was cool, but also when Himeno slowly starts to die,
Oh yeah.
it's the biggest. Like that was really well done, really intense and dramatic, and just kind of heartbreaking too. Because I know she's not the most moral human being, but she's cool, like a cool character and everything. And to just kind of see her die so quickly, I think it really ups the stakes. And there's also something poetic because she kept on seeing her partners die, but then she gave her life shortly thereafter, after that backstory to save Aki's life, who she's in love with. So I like the tragedy. I'm a really big guy when it comes. I like a lot of the tragedy genre stuff, so it was really well done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that snake devil looked pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's really creepy, creepier than the manga, but
Pretty smart though, because I know at least 3 people that are afraid of snakes. So that's definitely a big fear.
Oh yeah.
That a lot of people have.
Mhm.
But I love how one hand was left over to activate Denji too. That was like perfect too. That was great.
Yeah. I don't know, just seeing Himeno's body just slowly disappear with every use was I don't know, it was done really well.
Yeah.
You get the sense of finality, even though like did you think that she was gonna survive this, or like once her limbs started disappearing, like you knew she was gone?
I thought there was a chance she would kind of survive when she gave up like another arm or two, kind of thing, But then you started getting less and less. I'm like, all right, it's over, So that's what I mean. Like that's what's dramatic. Like, oh wait, she can still make it. No, you're right. I knew Makima didn't die. No, it's not gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And the others, it was kind of up in the air because we didn't see a body, So, Himeno's was like really impactful though, because like you're seeing, it's a lot more final, like doing that. They like introduced the idea of giving up body parts, and then she's doing it over and over, and like she saved Aki's life, but she didn't kill any of those two.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what's really tragic and brutal,
Yeah, I think one thing was that she probably she was giving it her all. She knew she was kind of screwed in the end. I think that she just wanted to make sure that she had no she could get Aki and Denji safe. She didn't want to see any other of her people die. She's already seen so many die already, and she probably thought this is my time.
Yeah. And then
which then leads us into episode 9. Seeing Denji like kind of get defeated again too, I thought was kind of interesting. He's gullible, where he thought like having I'm blanking on the villain's name that he was fighting. Sorry.
Katana Man.
Or did they even? Sorry.
Katana Man.
Yeah. Katana Man.
Yeah.
You thought like, oh, the Katana Man's not gonna hurt me when I have his friend, right?
Yeah.
And so it was interesting to see the gullibility with Denji there,
Yeah.
Where he just did not care. So, he's like illiterate, he's inexperienced with girls, and he thinks like people share some base of morality too, even though he kind of grew up with the Yakuza, right? So,
yeah.
I thought that was like very characteristic of him,
Oh, and that's another connection there, that Katana Man is the grandson of the Yakuza leader.
Yes.
Yeah. I had forgotten about that. I had double checked, and that was in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this is the first like competent opponent that Denji has fought, because it's been just devils now, and this is a hybrid. That's I guess it's assumed that hybrids are stronger than regular devils.
A Denji is a hybrid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is characteristic of their whatever they are, just popping out of their head.
Yeah, and then we got to see basically a lot of. Yeah, I'd say. Was there only one person that basically survived from that dinner that they were at previously?
So Benny did.
Yeah, and that's it, I think.
Yeah, well, Kobeni, the glasses guy, Aki, Power. Like, Power just straight up, like, ran away after Himeno died.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was expecting a lot more from Power, but I think that kind of goes along with her character. You can't trust a fiend, really. You know,
Yeah.
To do anything. Just their devious nature and stuff. But so yeah, that was just crazy to see all those characters die that we just get introduced to. You know.
Yeah, like it's kind of like Game of Thrones. Just don't get too attached to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was holding off on kind of dropping that because I knew that you would get kind of attached to the characters.
Yeah. Which is good. I that's how you do a good show, when you have that attachment and stuff.
Yeah.
But
it's not,
like I said, like,
sorry, it's not like even though we all like it, One Piece, where it's all these fake out deaths.
Yeah.
Like, there's actual consequence here.
And that's refreshing, and I like that a lot. It was funny to see, like, Makima coming back from the dead.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know how her ability allowed that in particular, and they kind of tease, like, you just see all these guys with these huge holes in their stomachs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be much of a spoiler to just be like, how did she get the bodies, basically, to kill those guys, essentially? Like, the sacrifices.
Those were the convicts that she ordered.
So for the people she fought on the train.
Yes, it would be spoilers.
I don't know, because when she was meeting up with Tendo and Kuroshi, they didn't even go into the train.
Yeah.
So they just kind of believed her. She was just like, yeah, no, I didn't get shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't even investigate.
Yeah, and I don't mean to ask for spoilers, but I was just wondering, like, how did she kill those guys without having to sacrifice nearby, basically.
Oh.
So,
on the train.
I think... So, even in the manga, her powers are kind of unclear. Like, the limit of her power. So, like this, I think it's like a long-range remote type of attack. That's why she needed the prisoners and everything. But she can do other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that was like kind of... I was like, oh, was she sacrificing civilians on the train, which would have surprised me, to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
That... And I think a big thing about it is she wants to keep it a secret. Like, she's not telling anyone her what she can do. When Tendo and Kuroshi are with her at that place, she makes them put a blindfold on because she doesn't even trust them knowing what she can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that goes well with her character, and that you can't trust her, and that she's manipulating Denji. So it's stuff. It's a good natural outflow of what I was speculating, and it makes sense for the character. I mean, when I saw those prison guards eating those snacks, I'm like, Dude, you have to know something's up. Come on. You
Yeah.
know, they're giving you a little mini feast. You know, like, you may not know about this world, but something's not good happening to you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah, like, I don't know. You can kind of tell a last meal when you see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But her power, I think it's kind of perfect for her and her character, though. You know, I like it because it's really brutal, quick, and kind of quiet. You know, where she basically just, you know, has all these guys blindfolded, you know, and then boom, you know, she's not like, doesn't have to go like all Super Saiyan or whatever, you know. It's just like a really simple boom, dead. You know, she's like a silent killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, definitely. Do you see why people, like, despite their better judgment, why people like Makima as a character?
Oh, I like her as a character. I just don't trust her, like, to be a good person in the show. You know, like, I thought it was a little bit plot armory that she knew the names of the fodder, but not the other two. You know, that felt a little plot armory to me. You know. But aside from, you know, aside from that, I was like, okay, this is like a pretty cool scene and everything, you know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're like, yeah, I don't know how to explain that.
I don't know if it's explained later or not.
I don't think they would keep their names from those other guys or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and just kind of the anxiety, I think, of I don't know. I thought it was just kind of interesting, just kind of like how quickly she can move in the power. Like, and I think like I said, if you have anxiety with government officials or distrust of them, it's just like kind of amplified with this episode. It's like imagining if our politicians had powers like these, you know, where they can just like sacrifice jail prisoners and kill anybody they want, you know, in the country. You know.
Yeah, her power kind of reminds me of like writing down names in a death note or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what she's doing is considered legal, you know?
Yeah,
because they all have a death sentence anyway.
Well, it's just because they're the law keepers, you know? They're the government, right? They
Well,
can,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, think of it like as like penal labor. Like it's their job, and it's not their fault if they die because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of interesting though to see that. And like I said, it just kind of built into my expectation of her as a character, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, could you imagine just like sitting there and people around you are exploding and you never know if you're gonna be next or not? That's just like suspenseful.
Yeah. I mean, you even think about that's why the gun devil is feared. You saw what it did in Aki's flashback. It just destroyed like a lot of Japan.
Like 1 million people in less than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Or more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then,
Pretty crazy.
And so the final scene of is incredibly memorable, just like a lot packed in here. But what were your thoughts on it?
Well, which one? The Kobeni one or the one where?
Yeah, Kobeni, sorry.
Yeah.
Kobeni, my
I know a lot of people were hating on her just based off of the episodes that she was in before, but I was waiting for this part for it to come up, because do you have any guess of what her devil is?
Some type of monkey, if I had to guess.
Because it said that it was a secret.
7, she's like explaining what she does, but she says her devil's a secret.
Mm-hmm.
So weird.
Yeah.
I mean, the part where she popped off that old lady was insane.
Yeah.
She's extremely athletic.
Yeah, that was brutal. But yeah, it's so wild seeing like people on social media just flip-flopping between the extremes of loving and hating her. Yeah.
And I can see why the government has her now. You know?
Yeah. I think there was a brief thing of dialogue when they were first entering the hotel. Like, Himeno said, like, no, she has the skills. She's just, like, her personality's not cut out for this.
Yeah.
But at
And
the
it looks like we saw some character development with her boy getting Uri, right?
Arai. Yeah.
Uri, sorry. Yeah, Uri just getting killed like that really just set something off in her.
Hmm.
At the same time, is she not like one of the most relatable characters? Because
Exactly.
everyone would just be terrified in every situation that she's been in.
Yeah.
So she's kind of the only one that's reacting correctly.
Yeah.
A competent Usopp.
Yeah, yeah.
How dare you? He's very competent. He's a god. But no, I liked her like breakdown at the end too, because she's like freaking out and having like survivor's guilt because Arai sacrificed himself.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's saying it was so sad when she was saying like I'm gonna hand in my resignation to Himeno when I see her.
Oh, yeah. That I felt that hard when she said that. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, how much worse can it get for her?
Yeah.
That was really sad.
Yeah, and
yeah, which kind of then leads into the announcement they're going to dissolve all the divisions into one. So, like, that's how many that just got killed off, basically. Gives you an idea right there.
Yeah. And that puts everyone under Makima's command.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. That seems like a pretty good day to her. She survived. Got power, combined power now. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust her. I trust Katana Man more than I trust her.
At least Katana Man is straightforward.
Yeah, you know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, no. Like, I haven't trusted her really from the beginning. I think I've made my point publicly about this with our reviews and stuff, but this is just icing on the cake right here.
Yeah.
So you think she... Well, I don't think she wanted any of this to really happen. I think it's just... It might be just... I don't know.
Doka's accusation I thought was really telling.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the type where she wouldn't allow this to happen. She seems super smart. If she didn't want it to happen, it wouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I believe there was a line somewhere like the food in Tokyo's to die for or something like that.
Yeah. She says it at the very end of the episode, and I think that she said that when she came to the dinner in episode 7 too. Yeah.
And it's just like the prisoners who all got killed, right? She fed them before she killed them, and with her teammates, she fed them before she allowed them to get killed.
Oh, that's a good point.
Wow.
It's
I didn't even put that parallel together.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I was just chewing on. That I was like, yeah, she knew. She was like, she uses everybody as the pawns, whether you're a criminal or like you're like a good person working. You know, at the end of the day, like everybody's just her play toy to get what she wants. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Side note, I forgot to say this about it, episode 8, but I love that part where the girl who has the contract with the snake devil.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just gets done, you know, taking a huge bite out of that ghost devil. And then she just unsummons it and it just disappears. Like instantly, like pop.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like that part.
Yeah, that was a cool
I don't
effect.
have anything more to say about that, but it when it disappeared, I was just like, what the heck?
Well, I mean, the snake is also terrifying because its teeth are hands. Like,
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I noticed that when I was reading the manga or something, but like when it was animated, I was like, wow, this thing is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much more terrifying than Orochimaru from Naruto. Way more terrifying, you know. So I just want to throw that in there.
The fact that it looks like that, it's that big, and it can just disappear and appear like that is just spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted the captains of Naruto slander before the end of the episode, so I just want to get that in there. Check.
Yeah.
But, anyways, do you guys have any closing thoughts?
I mean,
But there's still one more scene.
there is.
Well, the coworker resigned at the end.
Oh yeah, we kind of talked about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
And he asked for information, and she said, "Well, I can't give information to civilians."
Yeah, that was dirty.
So,
But
if you want your
logical.
information, make sure you ask it before you quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good effort. All your friends just got wasted and dead, but hey, you did a good job.
Yeah.
No,
I
no
think
sorry. No sorry. Just have a good day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He might be smart for leaving. I don't know if I'd go on a revenge quest
I mean,
after witnessing all that.
yeah. Did he say that he was going to be a private devil hunter instead of a public one? Or
I
forget.
I don't remember.
I would encourage that career change. Very
Yeah.
well, I mean, he's the he has the skills. He survived the ambush.
Yeah. I think I said he has a higher chance of death being with Makima than going against any demon in the show, so.
That's true.
And did it show his assassins going up to him, or that was kind of
Yeah, he was with the one short-haired girl.
okay?
Yeah, but and if you paid attention, only her body was shown, and same with Arai and Kobeni. Only Arai's body was shown.
Yeah.
Okay, but it didn't show him react and fight back.
No, unfortunately, that would have been a cool scene.
So,
Yeah, because he is contracted with something. Is he one of the people that's also contracted with the Fox? Because I know that there were people at the bar.
Spoilers.
No,
No, they explained it at the Fox.
okay.
At the bar, they explained that there
Oh.
are more than just Aki that have contracts with him.
yeah,
And
Arai.
then Himeno says it's just hot people that lets him use the head.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Arai had the Fox had the Fox one.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, they were told to keep everything a secret. Just so I guess people don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
from
people
you.
can't predict their fights.
It's not like, at least Jujutsu Kaisen built it in that if you reveal your power to the enemy, the power grows stronger. So that makes a bit more sense, revealing your power like that. But that's just such a trope that you reveal exactly what your power can do.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that's that thing where you're watching an anime and you're like, why would he yell the attack before attacking?
Just shut up.
Yeah, but that's actually a thing that shonen requires them to do sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Which is weird that this was published in Shonen Jump. It feels more in line with seinen manga.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so overall though, really the last 3 episodes, I was enjoying the series, but it was I'd say another just substantial increase in quality. It was just phenomenal episodes and really got me interested into the series in a lot more ways. So yeah, it was really good.
Can you understand the hype now? You saw it before, but now you definitely get it.
Yeah, there's a lot more plot depth present in this show that wasn't in the, you can just kind of seem to kind of just a cool fighting manga. Now it seems like there's a lot more to it, which is really pleasant surprise. So, but anyways, thank you all for listening. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you all soon. Peace.
See ya.
Thanks.